WIG Sports talking boxing as always with our guy Robert Exel, the editor-in-chief of boxing.com. Robert, Timothy Bradley against Ruslan Provodnikov on Saturday, 10:30 Eastern on HBO in Carson, California, not too far from where we are. It is on HBO. It is Timothy Bradley's first title defense after he beat Manny Pacquiao in June. I believe that fight was. Yes, so he earned $5 million in that fight. A lot has gone on, and yet we have not talked about Timothy Bradley. It's been more focused on Manny Pacquiao. One of the things that has occurred when he went into, basically, he didn't fall off the face of the earth, but he was gone in all of our eyes. He lay low, and one of the things that he said has happened were death threats. Here was one of his quotes. People can say whatever they want. It's a free country, so I'm going to say whatever I want, when I want to say it and how I want to say it. Those people don't know me at all. If you get to know me, if you know what I go through, how I train, and you still talk crap about me, then you have the problem. No one knows what I go through to prepare for my fights. People need to sell papers, I guess. I am the nicest guy you will ever meet on the street, ever. So, all right, let's just be soft on him. Obviously, he didn't deserve any of the death threats, and it wasn't his fault, but we can be real. People are idiots, firstly, and he did not win the fight against Manny Pacquiao. So why exactly can he not land? I'm putting nothing past Provodnikov, but why couldn't he land a bigger opponent?
Well, it wasn't really his job to land an opponent. It was his promoter's job to land an opponent. Other opponents had been spoken about. Other opponents did not materialize. He hasn't fought in a long time, as you know. Maybe Provodnikov is a tune-up for some larger fight down the road. But I agree with you. I don't think anybody expected or wanted to see him fight Ruslan Provodnikov, but that's who he's fighting Saturday night.
They're both 29 years old. They both stand at 5'6". Again, Timothy Bradley's first title defense is this. Let's break down Provodnikov really quickly. 22-1, 15 knockouts. He lost to Bradley's sparring partner, as a matter of fact, Mauricio Herrera. He comes off as a very limited fighter, though he is moving up in weight. So what do you expect from Provodnikov?
I expect him to come forward. I expect him to be firing off punches. I expect him to eat punches. He is not skilled. He's a good fighter, but he's not a premier fighter. And Bradley, say what you will about him, is one of the premier fighters in the fight game today.
He is?
So I expect. Well, sure he is. I mean, his record speaks for itself. I wouldn't rank him as high as Pacquiao, even though he presumably beat Pacquiao or Mayweather, but he is one of the premier fighters in boxing today.
Would you still be saying that if he did actually lose, which, I mean, we all know he did, but if that did say, 28-1, would you still be saying that about Timothy Bradley?
I might hesitate, but I still think he's one of the premier fighters in boxing today. Perhaps not among the top 10, but certainly among the top 15, top 20.
As a matter of fact, judging off of, or at least continuing with sparring partners, Provodnikov was Manny Pacquiao's sparring partner. So there you go. Now, Timothy Bradley, 29-0, 12 knockouts. Again, 29 years old, 5'6", an orthodox fighter. He also said that he is looking to make a statement. Here was his quote. "I'm looking to make a statement in this fight, and I'm looking to damage this guy." One of the names, Robert, that was talked about was Lamont Peterson. Now, he would have earned $2.3 million if he were to fight Lamont Peterson. They did fight in 2009, and Tim Bradley did win that fight. The Desert Storm came out on top. If he's looking to make a statement, and with boxing, we always want to see the best matchups we can. I mean, Rios Alvarado is in a few weeks. That should be fantastic again. We always want to see the good fights. Yet Provodnikov seems like such a limited fighter. He doesn't seem like that talented of a fighter. Why would he not take the fight with Lamont Peterson?
Well, Lamont Peterson is promoted by none other than Golden Boy. Bradley is promoted by Top Rank. So, very simple. There's your answer.
Okay, understood. Totally understood. Then why were these rumors out there that it seemed like, they wanted to put a fight together with Lamont Peterson and it was up to Timothy Bradley? And Bradley was even quoted as saying that, Todd DeBuff was quoted as saying that Bradley said, on to the next one. Already fought him, been there, done that. It's a different fighter now. He's a different fighter now than when he fought Timothy Bradley. He destroyed Kendall Holt on Friday Night Fights. That would be a much more entertaining fight on an HBO Saturday night card instead of Provodnikov. So if the fight is there, why wouldn't he take it again?
Well, again, I don't know that the fight was there. And boxing, rumor is the lifeblood of boxing. And unfortunately, boxing needs a transfusion because this lifeblood has really grown kind of tired, kind of old, kind of stale.
Yeah.
But rumors circulate around the sport. I mean, it really is the lifeblood of the sport. I wish it were not the case. But they float these ideas to generate interest. The ideas have questionable credibility to start with. And, of course, when they don't materialize, people ask questions. Well, why is he not fighting fighter A, instead he's fighting fighter B? It's because they bought into the rumors, and frankly, the rumors are not to be believed and or trusted.
But Robert, it doesn't seem like that they're rumors, because the last article I read off of ESPN.com said that Todd DeBuff was quoted as saying that pretty much the Peterson fight seemed to be there. It was up to Bradley. They're working together, obviously, because Bob Arum and Timothy Bradley have a strained relationship. And he basically said that it was there, and Bradley said no, and then they went on to the next one. So if it's there, why wouldn't he do it?
Well, just because he says it was there doesn't mean that it was there. I've never read an article on ESPN where the writer asked a difficult question. That's not ESPN's job. Simply because he says it's there does not mean it's there. I mean, what he's doing is he's beating the drum loudly for Timothy Bradley. He's trying to generate interest in Timothy Bradley, for whom there is questionable interest, death threats, etc., alleged death threats, etc., aside. It's his way to sort of act as a promoter for his fighter. That's what his job is.
Understood. And I completely get that. I know that they're trying to reshape his image and all that. The best way to do that would be to fight a much more improved fighter in Lamont Peterson. I just don't see why, if it was there, and according to Todd DeBuff, it could have been there, and it most likely was, that he would not do it. That would be the best way to at least generate more of an interest in Timothy Bradley and give him a very, very good win against a solid fighter in Lamont Peterson, showing at least that he can defeat and destroy Kendall Holt in 8 rounds. So again, Carson, California, Saturday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time on HBO. The WBO title is on the line for Timothy Bradley. What do you think, Robert? Who comes out on top?
I think Bradley comes out on top. I think Bradley stops him in round 8.
Oh, okay. So similar to Lamont Peterson as well. All right, I will probably, I think I'll go with Timothy Bradley as well, for the sole fact that he is a tougher fighter. I'm not sure I would rank him in, one of the best fighters ever, but he is solid. He's skilled. Many have questions about him leading with his head. Let me ask you about that really quickly. Do you believe that he leads with his head?
Oh, yes. This is the short answer, but he's not the first fighter to do it, nor will he be the last. Sure. I mean, the object is to win at any and all costs, and most fighters will do what they need to do to get a victory. Robert
Exel, the editor-in-chief of boxing.com. You can follow him on Twitter at boxing_com and follow his fantastic writing at www.boxing.com. Robert, thank you so much for the time. Good talk as always, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Okay, talk to you soon, Rick.